I won't watch the whole
directly
thing.
speaking
I gotta go
to
play
and
Rivals.
tugging on the heartstrings of the CEO of Reddit. He's making a big call to action after he had been stripped of his position as top mod on r/livestream fail. I'm kind of at a loss for words here. I can't believe what I just watched was genuine and not a skit. But this seems authentic. What you picture in your head when you hear the term Reddit mod is exactly what you are about to see unfold in the flesh. The reason this mod just lost his position is because he was promoting a scam on the subreddit that he was the top mod for, Livestream Fail. I made 2 videos covering this. It was the $1 Million Fan Show, which was paraded around as a $20 million reality television show for streamers' fans to sign up and even paid entry into it to compete for, $20 million prize purse. Turns out the whole thing was a load of baloney, as it appears everything has been wiped off
that's
the
connected
face of
to
the planet.
this?
So some viewers paid money for actually nothing. They flushed it down the shitter, and agencies that brought this to streamers were left embarrassed. Most notably, Mythic Talent was the one that was named by some of the streamers as their agency.
It's all connected.
Seemingly no due diligence was done on behalf of Mythic to confirm whether or not this was even legitimate in the first place as a paid promotion. It was supposed to be an Amazon production, but clearly it was not an Amazon production, and it took 2 seconds of going to the website to deduce that this was fraudulent, but they took this deal before the website even existed. It's a whole mess. I've already covered all this, but Livestream Fail gets roped in because there was this inexplicable partnership that no one fully understood, where $1 Million Fan was in bed with Livestream Fail, and the top mod of Livestream Fail made a post on the subreddit pinning it to try and get more suckers into it. And now this is his response after being fundamentally fired from his free position of Reddit janitor.
Hello, Spaz,
I mean, okay,
Mr.
to be
CEO.
honest, I did see that Emily was on it, was on the fucking, did the sponsor or whatever. I was talking about it with another streamer. It might have been Boger. But I was like, first of all, if I'm gonna do a sponsor, I usually go the extra, if I'm gonna do a game sponsor, other than, the one that I won't mention. But there was one where I found out it was like a crypto scam. What's the crypto thing where an NFT crypto scam? And then my management didn't find out this game that they wanted me to do a sponsor for was an NFT crypto scam. So maybe crypto rug pull thing, whatever. But then I feel like I shouldn't have to do that. If we're if we it's their job, it's the agent's job to find out. And I don't work with this agent anymore because of that. It's the agent's fucking job to do the due diligence. That's what you're getting paid to do. That's your fucking job. Just make sure it's not a fucking scam.
Of Reddit. I hope you have received this public video that I have created and sent to you via your email. If not...
Dude, you know what's crazy about the one that I'm talking about? The words NFT and crypto weren't even used. They were like, this is a free casino. You can go in there, you can play a bunch of casino games, and you don't pay any money, and you're not gambling your own money, and it's just a game. And then I was like, okay. And then I go on the site and I do some fucking there was a video from 3 years prior, with 20 views on YouTube, where the login page showed an NFT or a crypto login thing. And I was like, what the fuck is this?
I hope anybody who cares about the topic in this video can get this to him in any way that you can. This video is about a topic of deadly seriousness, and that is of Reddit moderation and the state of your platform.
Oh my god. This is Reddit's Manhattan Project right now. The moderators are rising up against the CEO of Reddit. I'm actually at a loss for words. This couldn't be a
deadly
more lame
seriousness
start to this video. The topic he's about to cover is how he believes Reddit mods don't have enough, elbow grease from the Reddit upper echelon, like Spez here, the CEO. He believes they should be entitled to brand deals, talent managers, lawyers, and stuff, so that way they can better be utilized as Reddit moderators. I'm not even kidding by that. I'm not exaggerating. These are points he was making in this video, and that's what he's talking about with deadly seriousness here. He talks about Reddit moderators like they're fucking G.I. Joe commandos. Man, please come back to reality. I don't want anyone to harass this guy, so I'm not going to be showing you his channel or anything like that, because honestly,
Wait a minute,
feel bad for him that he's put so
point.
much weight on his personal life into this position, which is just a thankless job. And it's not really a job, at least it should never be considered a job, because all he is doing is moderating a fucking subreddit as a volunteer janitor. I really thought this was a skit, and I'm still, a small part of me, on the copium here.
Too bad next time I get a brand deal, I'll let you know.
Is satirical.
My baby. Well, Oh my god，我特喜欢闻他们的脚。
我有时候会吃它们的脚。
我也是。Oh, it smells so good. Smells so good. Oh, it smells so good.
And not real, but I don't know. It feels genuine.
I was the top moderator of your #1 gaming subreddit, r/livestreamfail, before I was recently removed from that position by the Reddit Code of Conduct team. I became a Reddit moderator for one reason, and that is because I think that Reddit communities and correspondingly its moderators have massive power and influence, and for some reason, nobody seems to notice, care, or take this seriously. Least of all, its moderators or the company.
You know, that's not really a good look to say the sole reason you pursued this path of heroism as a Reddit moderator is because you believed that it held so much power. So you're basically just saying that you were power hungry and wanted to take this spot so that way you could feel powerful. He believes that Reddit communities and specifically Reddit moderators hold a strong level of sway and power, and that's why he became one himself. That, I don't think, is a good look, man. It's not even coming from like a place of passion or something for communities. He is literally saying he did it because he wanted to be strong. Come on! I understand that Reddit communities, like Reddit as a whole, is a platform that does hold like legitimate influence over like conversations and topics and stuff like that. So by extension, moderators have a lot of ability to control narratives by hiding things or boosting things, and that is something that I've talked about in the past and a lot of people have made mentions of many times. It's been a pretty big yapping point for a while. This is the quintessential Reddit mod mentality. You know the stereotype that exists of power tripping Reddit mods? He is in the first minute of this video.
Yeah, he's such a caricature.
That is exactly what drives him.
I can't believe
power.
I
like
can't
this
believe it's
small
real.
modicum of power that he was bestowed for the livestream fail subreddit.
Booty.
And it's the level of self-importance is sickening.
In this video, I will go over why I believe this, and I will also talk about a code of conduct moderation action that was taken against me due to good faith mistakes that I believe were caused by a clear lack of direct material support that the company gives its moderators. I will end the video by talking about what you, Spez, can do to fix this problem, as well as what I and other
Every
communities
time he says Spez, I think he's saying like what you Speds.
can do in case Reddit does not solve this very serious mismanagement problem regarding the lack of support that is given to moderators.
So here's the spoiler alert. He is going to
Yeah,
be
he makes it sound
playing
like
a
a
sad
slur.
song in the world's smallest violin about how he's been removed now as top mod of Livestream Fail because he was promoting a scam through that subreddit, which did ultimately result in people losing money. There were actual victims of the scam, so he has been removed of his position at the top of the food chain on Livestream Fail, and he is now putting a decent chunk of that blame on Reddit itself for not giving him the tools to avoid this from happening. Like he, at a certain point, there's like a brief moment of self-awareness, like this lightning bolt of self-awareness where he's like, yeah, you know, it was a little fishy. But then he like immediately pushes it onto Reddit like, but if Reddit had given me access to brand deals and lawyers, this probably wouldn't have happened. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're a Reddit mod. Why would Reddit be giving you access to lawyers and brand deals and shit? That doesn't make sense.
First, I will go over the code of conduct action and why I was removed as the top moderator of r/livestreamfail. This sounds like stupid internet drama.
For one reason, and that is because I think chatter have massive power and influence over the streamer. But for some reason nobody seems to notice, care, or take this seriously.
And you are speaking with deadly seriousness right now. Thank you for the 29 months.
I know, but I'm going to talk about how
get
this
you
is
a
a
brand
very
deal.
clear example about how Reddit's mistakes causes very serious problems to Reddit's community and the company as a whole.
It was your mistake, buddy. Fucking Spez wasn't behind you massaging your shoulders as you signed the deal with $1 Million Fan Show, which turned out to be a scam. He wasn't like the Sith Lord projecting into you, trying to convince you to go to the dark side to, you know, sell out Livestream Fail to get more people hooked on $1 Million Fan Show. It was not the CEO of Reddit that forced you to do that, and even if you did have access to lawyers and other brand deals, it wouldn't have prevented something like this from happening. You made the choice.
Here's what happened. There was an announcement related to a live stream related game show called $1 Million Fan. I heard about the game show a few hours after it got announced by a couple major live streamers. It sounded like the perfect type of content for a live stream fail. I mean, reality TV, game show, live streaming, gaming, you know, that's perfect for LSF, which is about fun, crazy content about kind of live streaming gamers.
If that isn't the stinkiest load of horseradish I've ever heard with that description of LSF. Do you go on your own subreddit? Have you ever been on your own subreddit? That's not what it is. That's not what you just described at all. That is the most blatant misrepresentation of that subreddit I've ever heard anyone try to squeak out. If this was Pinocchio, his nose would have just went fucking Wumbo Insano style with that lie right there. Anyone who has ever visited LSF in the last, like, 7 years will tell you it is not a subreddit for crazy, wacky clips of gaming and, you know, stream fails or anything like that. I don't know why he's even trying that angle. Everyone knows that's not what that subreddit is.
So when I heard about this, I was very excited. I immediately reached out to the organizers to see if we could set up some sort of a collaboration. This collaboration would just be to get cool content on the subreddit. No, financial incentives, no moderators being paid, basically none of anything like that, just fun, cool stuff for the community of the subreddit. For collaborations, the first obvious thing that came to mind was, how do we get their content on the subreddit? Either some superfans or some editors could clip some cool hype moment from the show and then post it to the subreddit.
What? That's what happens already organically on every other stream. Why would this, a potential $20 million reality TV show, be any different? Obviously, things would already be being clipped and posted on the LSF subreddit. Why would you be reaching out about a collaboration to ensure that happens when you know for a fact it already would if this fucking show ever actually existed in the first place?
So he was
that
probably
doesn't make
trying to
any sense to
get
me
payment,
at all.
right?
Like, trying to be extremely charitable here, maybe he was under the impression that this would be exclusive to Amazon Prime, thus they wouldn't have the rights to post it on LSF. But on the flip side of that coin, he said he heard about this from streamers, thus he would have known that it was going to be streamed on Twitch.
She could cosplay as Charlie. Sub goal and we make it happen?
In the first place, thus it would still be clippable.
I think we look like each other.
For LSF. That's just business as usual. I don't know why he would reach out about a collaboration to do what was already no doubt going to be done already. It just
Really?
it doesn't pass
Thank
the smell
you.
test. I don't understand.
But I also had a stretch goal, and that was, what if LSF could be part of the show in some way? I don't know, there could
We
be
both
like
have
an
long, dark
LSF-themed
hair.
best clip contest. Like, contestants compete.
What's the
and
famous
one of
Charlie
the kind of small
catchphrase?
challenges, they make the best clip, and then somebody kind of wins a prize at the end. It was a
Maybe
stretch goal, though.
open your eyes a
Why,
bit.
though? LSF best clip is just the best clip from the event. Why does LSF's name need to be attached to it? This guy is treating Livestream Fail like it's his personal brand. Like, this is his baby, this is his product. So all the clips that hit LSF are actually Top Mods clips as well. I just don't even get this stretch
That's
goal
about
here. I
it,
think he
see
just
ya.
wanted LSF's name out there more because it gives him more power in some capacity. Because this is totally useless. Again, whatever would win best clip would just be someone
What's
else's
a-
content.
what?
It doesn't necessitate a Livestream Fails shout out there.
Wait, why did this just happen? Oh, that's his catchphrase. I was like, oh my God, I thought I was living in a simulation just now because someone went, see ya. And then someone else goes, that's about it, see ya. And then someone else goes, that's about it, all right, see ya, all at the same time. And I was like, how did you all just say that at the same time?
some reason.
Okay.
Like, even if they were the ones that
That's
were like
a
posting
sign-off.
votes on what the best clip is,
I got
who
it.
gives
I
a
forgot
fuck?
I asked the
That could have been
question.
anything in any one where people, like the actual communities, would vote on it, not just his subreddit. Anyway, though, he goes on to explain that they accepted this proposal. He was super hyped
Bot's
about it
logging
because
off.
it meant this was a big moment for the subreddit, and he even made a mention that he believed he could turn this
Dude,
into
Jordan,
even more
same.
opportunities
I
for
think
the
it's because of
subreddit
one,
going
his
further,
mouth is
snowballing
weird.
into even
Not
more
him, the
LSF
Reddit mod,
prominence.
and he
So
has
we
that
quickly
like
worked to make
he
an
has that
announcement
like filter on his face.
together, and I
It's
posted
like
it the next
ultra smooth and also increased contrast.
day.
Poggers,
When I
dude.
posted it,
Fudge,
everybody in the
hello.
comment section immediately yelled,
Tara, thank you
scam,
for the
scam,
15
scam,
months.
scam, scam. I mean, think about it. Amazon
Dude,
Prime has
Brian, I
spent
just
lots
saw
of
your
money
message.
on tons of shows.
I don't like he might as well just fucking put on a fedora, you know? Like I feel like the
And,
filter's making his hair
I
look
didn't
even
necessarily
worse.
think that the show was worth $20 million, but, that doesn't mean that Amazon Prime wouldn't fund it. And, if LSF was involved, maybe it would actually succeed. Maybe my involvement alone could make
Might
the
have
$20 million
overdone the
kind of
salmon
investment worth
sperm.
it. Who knows? At least that's what I thought.
It sounds like you weren't thinking at all, though. Why would Amazon be spending $20 million on like 8 streamers and their fans on Twitch and only a $5 million grand prize for Mr. fucking Beast?
He actually
What sense
just does
that
look
make,
like
man?
the stereotypical
That isn't really checking out either. Also,
Reddit
he's making kind
mod.
of like
It's freaking
a
me
joke
out.
About, maybe my involvement alone would make it worth the investment. But that's how he actually feels, by the way. Like, that's his tone throughout this whole video. He truly believes that he is like God's gift to streaming because he was the top mod of Livestream Fail. Like, it is a very like scary mentality to have, and I do genuinely feel bad for him that he has like poisoned his own brain to this level, deluded himself into thinking that him being a top mod on a subreddit was like something of significance and like something of like grand importance.
I'm a highly paid software engineer working in San Francisco. I do not need to take a couple $1,000 bribes from, random internet scams, okay? I was doing this because I legitimately, care about the subreddit, and that's why I spend my time on it.
So he debunks rumors that he was paid to promote $1 Million Show from the organizers, saying that he doesn't need to be taking bribes, he's financially well off. He then goes on to say that he was addressing like some of the deleted comments because that was a specific mention in why Reddit canned him, because it potentially showed malice.
The
because he
lip
was involved in
monster
this
from
promotion that
Monsters,
ended up being a scam.
Wait, you know that guy in what? What? That's insane. That is insane. Oh my God. I cannot believe that. Well, now you know he's a fucking freak. Dude, that's why this scares me. That's why, oh my God, the internet scares me for this exact reason. Like, these fucking insane freaks who aren't even, like, they seem like non-functioning people on the internet, right? But then they're among us. It scares me so much that these people are among us. Like, they're actually just living among us while being complete internet freaks. Like, how do these people have lives? Like, you could be at the coffee shop just like ordering a cup of coffee, and you turn around and you see like some people sitting at the table. One of those people might be a fucking Reddit mod. Like, what? Not going to out him, but he is not actually good at his job. I'm not surprised.
So he wanted to address like the deleted comments. He then has a section dedicated to me where I talked about the scam, and then
a Reddit mod could be next to
organizers
you.
were talking to him like, well, since Charlie talked about the scam, 5 streamers dropped out, so we're no longer doing this
Oh
anymore.
my
Pack your bags,
goodness.
take down the post. And then he says I didn't do enough research on it because I didn't reach out to him or the organizer.
Dude, the thought that like your coworker, it's genuinely, he's right behind me, isn't he? The fact that your coworker at your real big boy job could be at home at night making threads about streamers on the internet. Think about that. There could be a coworker of yours that's making fucking deep fakes of streamer girls and posting it onto 4chan. Like, that could be your coworker. Ugh.
But beyond that, it doesn't
Terrifying.
seem like he did much research. I don't think that he reached out to any of the organizers. He certainly didn't reach out to me. And I mean, I don't know if he reached out to Mythic Talent or any of the streamers. And that important point is that nothing in this situation
Genuinely
has yet
could
to
be
be definitively proven as a scam. I repeat, there is no definitive, at
One of
least
these
public
two
information
could be a
yet
Reddit mod.
that anything fraudulent, malicious, or illegal has happened in the situation.
Brother, your level of research was cold calling the organization Dick in Hand, begging to be associated with
Dick
them.
in Hand.
And then that was the extent of it, because apparently you heard one of the streamers promote it. And yet he's going to be causing a hubbub because I didn't reach out to him for his perspective.
I'm also super
Brother, I didn't really
sensitive
talk about you in
to
my video,
mouths,
just that you
and
were
his mouth
associated
is
with this
pissing
shit,
me
roped
off.
into the same scam that they were. And for what
He's like a janitor. His job is basically just tech support for other people. That's why he has so much time. I work at a tech company. I'm a software tech guy at a high-paying job in San Francisco.
it's worth, if you watch the video, you would know I did get in contact with 2 agencies, one of which got the exact same contracts that Mythic did and got information on that, as well as getting one of the actual offers that Mythic was taking
People
to
knew
the
he was a
streamers.
Reddit
So
mod,
I
but
was
not for
very
such a
well
large sub.
familiarized
Oh my
with everything
God,
that
they
was unfolding behind the
knew!
scenes. And again, it doesn't take
Wait, so maybe they're not like so hidden among us. Maybe like it's always the people that everybody recognizes as like a weirdo. And they always have an inkling.
a super sleuth to go to their website and
Maybe
see
they're
that
not
it's
so
just
hidden
fucking
after all.
barnacles, man. One of their partners didn't even exist. There was no
He's
website
always
and no
just
business.
on
Their
Reddit.
about section was AI generated mumbo jumbo.
Yeah, there
Every
are
single
always
paragraph
signs.
ended in triplets and,
And
also
his
had
hair.
the telltale sign of it's not this, it's this, over and over and over again. Their first image on their site was
Well, also
literally
this
an
guy
AI
went up to him
generated
at
mansion,
TwitchCon.
and he mentions that in this video, but then goes on to say shamelessly that there's no definitive proof that this was ever a scam in the first place. That's a wild
They
statement.
don't know
Why
I'm a
don't you
top
ask the
Reddit
people who
moderator.
spent money on this how they feel? Do they feel like they got their money's worth? Did they get the product they paid for?
I can't believe this
imagine
Reddit
not,
mod is
because this
delaying my
event is not
Marvel
even
Rivals
potentially in
time.
the cards and doesn't seem like it ever was to begin with, man. Their socials are removed. The website
The
is
context
down.
for this
Amazon
video
hasn't
is-
made a peep about it from what I
The head mod for LSF Reddit subreddit, whatever it's called, got removed.
I've heard. The
made a
agencies
video.
are pissed about this. All signs point to this being a scam. Like any sane, sensible person would look at all of this evidence.
You
and
know
reach the
he
same
busted
conclusion
when he
that
removed
this
a comment
was
he didn't agree
horseradish. I
with.
don't know why he's trying to present something otherwise now.
The only confirmed things that we have right now is that I guess there was a website, looked
This
a little
is the
weird,
guy.
there was some bad publicity, everybody called it a scam, and then a bunch of streamers dropped out, and then the event got canceled, and everybody got refunded. None of this is illegal, none of this is proved to be a scam, at least yet. Maybe I'll eat these words.
Brother, you're eating your own cock right now. What are you talking about? And then everyone clapped. Like, this is just fanfic. Where are you getting this information? There was an explicit no refund policy
Yeah.
on their website baked into it. It was very boldly stated there are no refunds once you make these purchases. Who got a refund? I haven't seen anyone, posting receipts of getting a refund from the money they spent on this. Where are you getting that information from? That's a genuine question. Maybe he's seeing things
Yeah,
that
I don't
I'm
understand.
not seeing
Just go
somewhere. 'Cause I even
bald.
looked into it after he made this video, wondering like, whoa.
Peter,
they
thank you for the
refunded?
2
That's pretty
months.
surprising.
Welcome back.
I can't find any proof of that. I would love to see where he found that.
It's really not a secret or very surprising. I got removed directly for the post that I pinned to the top of the subreddit related to the game show or supposed and alleged scam, as well as kind of for deleting comments that were kind of critical of it. I also want to make a comment about kind of the Reddit Code of Conduct team as a whole. Reddit has all this flowery language about how kind of the Code of Conduct team is not here to punish you. It's kind of here to get you to act in good faith. It's here to kind of give you second chances and warnings and all of this stuff. And apparently all of that are lies.
No, man, this feels like the perfect implementation of that protocol. You pinned what seems to be, from all possible evidence, a scam. I don't know why he is trying so desperately to persuade to the contrary.
Oh my god, I was just thinking that. I feel like he's so desperate because this guy, the only thing he has going for him in his life is being a Reddit mod. And now that it's been taken away from him, he has nothing left. Definitely no family, definitely no friends, definitely no girlfriend, definitely no boyfriend. Like, all he has is being a fake police officer on the internet.
Maybe it's because he believes that if he can try and like prove that he really believes that it's not fraudulent, he can get his position back as top mod of LSF. I don't know. Or
At
maybe,
least he's got the
getting really
respect of his
conspiratorial. Maybe he worked
coworkers.
with the
Oh
organizers
wait.
in a deeper capacity than he's letting on. That's just a possible game theory. It's just extremely peculiar how hard he is fighting to try and convince himself and others that maybe this wasn't a
He
scam,
probably
when
got
all available
1,800
evidence
subs as
points
a
towards
mod
this
and
being
doesn't need it
fraudulent.
anymore.
And if this video is him
Mystical,
trying to make a
thank you
case
for the
for
11
himself, why he
months.
should be reinstated and get that
Yeah, a friend would have stopped him from posting
power
this
coursing
video.
through his veins again as a moderator on
Oh
Reddit.
my God.
Then this is a terrible job, because what he is doing now is showing that he is willing to even defend what seems to be, by all possible accounts, a scam that he was directly associated with, maybe
So
unknowingly,
don't.
and now he is doubling down on it. That is a
He made a response to Charlie?
Thank you
this
for
is the
watching my
response.
video, Charlie. I enjoyed making it almost as much as I enjoyed making this one. In this video,
What the fuck is that? The green, the tone. Why is he talking like that? Make the next video without a green screen. I want to see the Reddit mod dungeon. I need to watch
in this
one.
video, I will be clarifying some of my previous points, as well as responding to some very valid points that Moist Critical brought up.
It was your mistake, buddy. The fucking
dude.
Spez wasn't behind you
Faneth Bo,
massaging
Faneth
your
Bo.
shoulders as you signed the deal with
Bello,
$1
thank you for the 1
fan
year. Happy
show,
birthday.
which-
I moved too quickly.
Oh, blue.
I didn't verify enough stuff. I didn't take responsibility that I should have as the top moderator of a major subreddit. This was my fault. And because of that, I got in a way that was probably justified in retrospect, but that's from my perspective. What about from the company's perspective? A company should be responsible for every aspect of its business. A company should take actions to maximize its success and minimize its failures. And playing the blame game for that doesn't work. It doesn't matter that it's my fault, because the company still suffers the negative consequences anyway. They suffer the reputational damage, they suffer some of the liability, they suffer the harm to its users. Most of the bad things that come about as a result of my mistake don't affect me, they affect Reddit.
Oh my
As
god,
such,
I'm just like imagining talking to this guy in person and he's probably like kind of spitting on you, but it's not like full pieces of spit, it's like mist. And then you can also smell his like morning breath, even though it's 5 p.m. You know, like that's what I imagine talking to him is like.
a company ought take actions to minimize such harm or mistakes, because they're the ones with the $50 billion company on the line, not me.
Yeah,
I
his
get to
words are
walk
very
out of this
juicy.
with a laugh and some viral attention, which I clearly brought onto myself. I
Yeah,
mean,
the very
I wouldn't have
faint
made a
lisp
public video
would
otherwise, although I wasn't
create
quite
the mist for
expecting
sure.
things to get this big.
And even if
Although I wasn't quite expecting things to get this big.
you did have access
I have seen Instagram reels of people role playing Reddit mods who have done exactly that as a bit. Like for Reddit mod skits, they have done that.
to lawyers and other brand deals, it wouldn't have prevented something like this from happening.
He's living in his
It
own
would have helped,
anime.
because if there was a whole pipeline and process, I would have gone through those processes, and then the vetting would have been done by Reddit itself, not me.
Anyone who has ever visited LSF in the last, like,
It's okay, daddy. him will protect you, Discord kitten.
7 years will tell you it is not a subreddit for crazy, wacky clips of gaming and, stream fails or anything
Yeah,
like
the
that.
stereotypes
Your
did have to
description
come
of
from
LSF
somewhere. I just didn't think
is
that it was
correct.
this accurate.
Lately, there's been a lot of political drama that has pushed out other content. It's been such a big issue that I've been trying to think of solutions for months. But your response to me doesn't really make any sense. Let's use an example to explain why. Let's say I were to claim, I want to add more gaming clips to LSF. And someone were to respond to me by saying,
Stop. Every time he finishes a sentence and he breathes, like he breathes in through his nose, you can... This is so specific, but like I can't get it out of my head. Every time he finishes a sentence and breathes in through his nose, you can like hear his breath. Like you can hear the air going through his nose hairs or whatever. Like listen to it here.
I want to add more gaming clips to LSF. And someone were to respond to me by saying, what do you mean more gaming clips? LSF doesn't have any gaming clips. Well, my response to that response would be, yeah, you're right. That's why I want to add more gaming clips. You have noticed the problem. I have noticed the problem, and I want to take an action to fix it. Now, would clips from a live stream reality TV show do well in LSF, or would they just get downvoted into oblivion? I'm not really sure, but I don't think the topic is so far off or so crazy that it would be impossible for these types of clips to do well. It's worth it to try.
Obviously, things would already be being clipped and posted on the LSF subreddit.
Pants.
Why would you be reaching out about a collaboration to ensure that happens when you know for a fact it already would?
You are partially right. Some clips would get posted. Some might even do well. But you would be surprised at how little clips get posted to LSF.
I'm sure there are normal Reddit mods though, right? Like does it have, like, not all of them are like this. I haven't met a Reddit mod ever. I've only seen like the stereotypical skits before, but I never envisioned them to be like this. Well, we talked to the guy that replaced this guy. He seems normal enough. Okay, that's good.
For how large of a subreddit it is. I counted, and as of this exact moment,
Depends
there
on
were
the
40
subreddit.
clips posted to
That's also
LSF in the
true.
last 24 hours. That's not that many. My theory is,
I need
what
one
if a
hear about normal
dedicated
ones.
editing team, or hell, one guy, spent full time trying to find good clips, titling them correctly, and posting them to LSF? Could one guy find and edit 40 clips?
Ew, I'm just being... Oh my god. I'm like ruining my own brain because someone earlier said that this guy gives off like, don't worry kitten, like vibes. And I was just thinking what his version of don't worry kitten would be. And it would literally be someone posting on LSF and then like messaging him and being like, babe, I'm so scared that like my post isn't going to get much traction. What if my post gets downvoted? What if my post gets deleted? And he's like, don't worry kitten, I'll make sure your post gets traction. Don't worry, kitten. They can't delete your post without going through me first.
Day for a week and then post them to LSF, outnumbering all of the rest of the users combined? Maybe. That is, of course, a very extreme example to demonstrate a point. A better number would be more like 4 a day. And what's 4 divided by 40? Well, that's 10%. I think that would be noticeable.
Why, though? LSF best clip is just the best clip from the event. Why does LSF's name need to be attached to it? I just don't even get this stretch goal here.
Let me pitch you the idea more directly.
Aiden,
because I think it could be very
crazy.
funny. I don't mean a couple people find the best clips that happen on the show.
Is there anything you want to know about him at work? Yes. Does he have friends? I need to know. Does he talk to, like, does he chat? That's what I need to know. I need to know if this is someone, like, if these types of people are functioning among us and are hidden among us, or if they're weirdos in real life that everyone can tell is weird. That's my... Oh my god, thank god. Okay, he talks to no one. That is great news, actually. Oh my god. That actually helps a lot. I think I'm just mostly scared that these people are normal in real life and I can't tell that they're freaks online.
Timed competition where streamers compete to create clips on the fly, post them to LSF, and whoever could farm the subreddit the best wins. Let me brainstorm a couple examples to show why this could be very funny. What if Extra Emily purposely runs a red light and crashes a car? What if somebody gets a shot collar while wearing a Che
Extra
Guevara
Emily
t-shirt
shout out!
and then shocks somebody who's wearing a dog furry outfit? Heck, put them together. Extra Emily crashes a car into the furry. And I think streamers could come up with some ideas that are a lot more than the ones that I just did.
Who got a refund? I haven't seen anyone,
Heck.
posting receipts of getting a refund
Heck, why
from
not?
the money they spent on this. Where are you getting that
It's really
information from? That's a
rotating in
genuine
her
question.
sleep.
Regarding the $1 million fan situation, I realize that I clearly don't have all the information, so I don't want to comment on it that much. That being said, I did have a new piece of information available to show. The company has given me a redacted and time-stamped refund that you can see right here. Additionally, they say this is all they can provide right now, given user privacy laws.
It's not that nobody notices, it's that nobody's happy about it, where they can hide certain things or boost certain things. That's a bad thing. Everyone knows that it exists, and everyone knows that there is actual power in that. I don't think anyone actually disputes that.
Hey, I'm glad it's obvious to you too, but when I said Reddit moderators have power in my deadpan moderator
Let me pull up this link. He follows me on Twitter. He follows me on Twitter, but I came into some knowledge that he's a former Twitch staff of 4 years. Professional Reddit internet janitor. Oh my god. Dude, luckily I don't use Twitter anymore. I'm one of his kittens, dude. I'm one of his kittens. No. I can't believe this.
voice. A lot of people made fun of me for it.
Why didn't I get a shout out in this video, huh?
Perhaps the perception of the egotistical Reddit moderator who looks funny and takes his unpaid janitorial duties way too seriously was too much for people to look past, and they couldn't see the truth of the matter. I'm not happy about it either. That is in fact
Hello,
exactly
kitten.
why I made these videos.
Follow you on X,
People who are
formerly
looking
known
at
as
me
Twitter.
in
This
horror
brings me
or
immense
laughter or
joy.
pity should ask themselves what that says about the $50 billion platform that is Reddit. Take every insult that you have against me about how I'm incompetent, about how I'm biased, egotistical, power hungry, etc., all that, and ask yourself, how does that make you feel about Reddit, knowing that I was able to control one of the top subreddits on the platform for over a year with borderline dictatorial powers, doing who knows what that you'll never find out about, and then realize I am the bull in the china shop. I'm telling you these things directly. Forget about me. Think about all the other subreddits that exist. Think about how you have no idea who they are, what they're doing, and every time somebody like me gives you a peek under the curtain, society gawks at the insanity of all of it.
You are
Bull in
a
the what now?
moderator in a subreddit. Why are you chasing down brand partnerships and collaborations, buddy?
I mean, you're an influencer with a platform. Why do you do it? You could say personal.
My reasons are the same as yours. You, Mr. Moist Critical with millions and millions of YouTube subscribers.
enrichment, but you don't strike me as somebody who's completely motivated by money. I could imagine you doing a brand deal or partnership, not for money, but just with a group that you think is cool for your community, or maybe you just want to. And Reddit is a platform, like any other platform, and moderators are in charge of it. I know this is rare and nobody does this stuff. That's my entire point. Reddit as a platform is
It's so crazy that he is so power hungry and egocentric about Reddit, but just does nothing at his actual job, Skull.
underutilized. So just like
I'm sure this is not every mod. Surely. I don't mean to be a Reddit mod pick me, but like, surely it's not all of them. Some of them have got to be normal.
utilize your platform, why can't moderators? You brought up examples of conflicts of interest. Well, let's do the same thing again. What do you do about conflicts of interest? A company could work with you, and you could also be incentivized to, I don't know, not say something bad about them or cover some drama involving them. The reality is, conflicts of interest are everywhere in life. It's good to be aware of them. It's good to minimize
the
risks
girly pop
associated with them.
subreddits
But I don't see
definitely
why
have some
Reddit is so
normal
sacrosanct of
girly
a
pops.
platform that it's different from any other platform
Dude, I thought this was AI too, but I think it's just the filter that makes
where
it look
conflicts
AI.
of interest exist. I guess for Reddit moderators, we're representing other people. We don't truly own the platform, so maybe it's more important for us to be unbiased compared to other platforms. I guess. But man, if we're worried about bias,
And the AI
I
in
can
the
promise you
background.
that there are way bigger fish to fry in terms of how biased moderators are
Yeah,
allowed
not
to be.
every Reddit mod
That
has
I'm
a
not sure that
comb-over over
brand deals
an
for
already
community events
fully
is really the
bald
biggest
head.
danger out there. But sure, it's something to look out for.
There are no qualifications to be a Reddit mod.
You're right. There aren't any qualifications. But maybe there should be. Maybe because there are no such qualifications, this is why we're seeing all the problems that we see. It seems like you're trying to have this every
Wait,
way
he's
past
yellow now.
Sunday without realizing that the premises that you've agreed to lead to a conclusion.
Why
These
does the
facts
glow
that we have
change
agreed
color?
on are that Reddit is a $50 billion company that moderators have power over.
That's his
Maybe
life
not as
form.
much power as an overly invested, egotistical
aura
power mod
keeps
as myself might
changing.
like to believe, but power nonetheless. And most Reddit moderators are completely unqualified, biased, power hungry, and are doing a bad job. And Reddit isn't doing anything to fix it. Maybe it should. As for me, I'm out of ideas. My solutions are bad and didn't work. But I see a problem, I see the effect it has, and I don't know how to fix it. So if
He follows me on Twitch. He follows me on Twitch. He's been following me since 2023. I'm a kitten. I'm a fucking kitten.
if anybody else has any idea about how to fix this, please say so. You might be surprised as to who listens.
I'm unfollowing you right now. Let me check. November 30th, 2023. What was that arc? What was I doing? Stop. I think it was right before GTA. Is that why my beef curtain GTA clip popped off so hard? Did he push it on LSF for me?
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Wow, thank you. He made me. Oh my god, that's insane.